The time, around 3 p.m. The location, Baird Middle School on Maroa Avenue in Fresno. The date, just before Christmas break. What are we going to be doing today?
Well, this is it's one of our busier schools as far as the roadway concerns. Maroa is a very heavily traveled roadway. So people have a tendency to forget this is a later starting school and a later ending school. So school typically starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and then it leaves at 3:30 in the afternoon, where other schools are 7:30 to 8 to 2:30 to 3 o'clock. So people have a tendency to forget, especially on Maroa, this is a different hour school, so they aren't aware that students could be out at different times, which is going to create a hazard, especially for 25-mile-per-hour speed limit.
On this day, we have teamed up with Fresno PD motorcycle officer Craig Howard. Within just the first 10 minutes of us filming, Officer Howard has his first victim. The only catch in this speed trap, friendly warnings. With the holidays fast approaching, instead of punishing drivers right before Christmas, Officer Howard, along with us here at MyTV53 News and Stillwell News, just reminded drivers that schools do have a speed limit, and it's for a reason. The first person that was pulled over today by Officer Howard, what was this situation? It was a little unique.
So on Maroa Avenue, in between, it's a two-lane roadway with a two left turn lane roadway in the middle, and that roadway is made for left turns only. It's designed for people that live along the area so they can pull in, they wait for traffic to make the left-hand turn. You can't drive in that lane for more than 200 feet. This young lady decided she didn't want to wait in traffic, decided that she was going to drive in that lane just from down at Barstow all the way to Browning, where she turned left finally. The problem that creates is because she's driving in that middle lane and she's passing cars that are on her right, she can't see any pedestrians that are walking in front of those cars that are already stopped. So that creates a unique hazard in itself, where that car isn't going to see that pedestrian walking out and crossing the street at that last second. So we contacted her. I explained the situation to her. She was unaware that she couldn't drive in the lane that far. Again, we gave her a warning today, and hopefully she won't make the same mistake again.
This driver in a marked vehicle, which we have decided to keep private, was so thankful for the warning, he cried. You got off with a warning today. Good reminder to slow down for the holidays.
Yes, absolutely. A break's always nice, especially this time of year. So
the purpose of today's special report, not to punish people, because we all make mistakes. It's to clear up any confusion, but also to save lives. I've heard a lot of drivers say, well, it's super confusing. How can we clear up that confusion?
Well, typically a school zone, you're going to have signs anywhere from 500 to 1,000 feet before a school zone. Those school speed limit signs state that the school speed limit is 25 miles per hour within that zone when children are present. So during the hours of school, prior to school and prior to just after school and during the school hour, if there are children outside the gate, then the 25 mile per hour speed limit applies.
And we are wrapping up our investigation. We were out here for 30 minutes. A total of 3 drivers were pulled over. Warnings only.
Yes, sir. Warnings only. Most of the time, we don't like to issue citations. Our goal is education.